Today is Tuesday, Parashat Miketz. Beginning of the Parashah, the pasuk reads, "Vayim Miketz shenatayim yamim," and it was after 2 years. After 2 years, after what? After what Yosef, in the end of last week's Parashah, when the cupbearer of Paro and the baker had these dreams, and Yosef interpreted the dream, and for the one of the cupbearer, he told him that he would go back to his job 3 days later. At that moment, Yosef told him also, "Please remember me and mention me to Paro, and therefore help me to get out of this jail," because Yosef obviously was an innocent man that was put in the jail erroneously. And Chachamim explained that he could have gone out much sooner than 2 years later, but because he put to some extent emphasis on the cupbearer to help him get out of jail, that emphasis, by mentioning twice, Zachartani v'izkartani, in other words, twice he's mentioning to remember him. That's why for these 2 words, it took 2 years before he went out from jail. Before Paro had these dreams that he could not sleep and he needed somebody to interpret them, and that's when the cupbearer realizes, and then he understands and he admits that he forgot, and this is when he tells Paro, "There is a man that was with me, that was with him in the jail, and that could interpret dreams." But the question is asked, there's nothing wrong with doing ishtadlut, where you do diligence. To ask the cupbearer to remember Yosef was something that is very acceptable. A person has to have bitachon, has to have faith in Hashem, because ultimately it's all from Him, from Hashem. But at the same time, a person has to do ishtadlut, has to invest effort in whatever project, whatever thing that he's involved in. You don't put it all on Hashem's to solve the problem. You do your own due diligence, you put your own effort, and of course, ultimately, everything is because Hashem makes it happen. So what was wrong with Yosef asking the cupbearer to remember him? According to Hachamim, what was wrong is to mention twice, Zechartani ve'izkartani. You do a basic effort, but you don't put too much emphasis on the solution of a problem through people. The emphasis should be Hashem. Hashem is the one who will save him out of jail. And you do your ishtadlut. There is a certain balance there. A certain amount of ishtadlut, but to have faith and to have bitachon in Hashem, to have complete faith in Hashem, that all the good and everything that happens is from Him. So this balance for somebody of the stature of Yosef HaTzadik, at his level of righteousness, it would have been enough to say only once, Zechartani, not twice. And a lesson for us in life, of course, we do our hishtadlut, but always to have in mind that ultimately, and od milevado, ultimately it's all from Him, from Hashem, Yitbarach. Baruch Adonai le'olam, Amen ve'amen.